Goodness me, is it a grey day? Welcome to December. Welcome to the sun has only just risen 8 a.m. on a chilly December morning at North Holt Park Station, where there appears to be no power because this ticket machine not working. Dot matrix over there on platform 2 not working, but we can fix that later. I have a solution. So according to my app on my phone, there is a train at 8:03 as we head down to London's new least used station.
This train is for London Marylebone. The next station is Sudbury Harrow.
The last time I did London's least used station, I was at Drayton Green, as it was for 2 years London's least used, with Sudbury and Harrow Road in 4th place 2 years ago and 2nd place last year. But this year it's overtaken, or should that be undertaken, Drayton Green, with its passenger numbers being lower, and it's now officially London's least used station.
So North Holt Park, where we just came from, London's 17th least used station, only just long enough for 4-car trains. Sudbury Harrow, the 4th least used station in London, is even more pokey, only long enough platforms here for about 3 cars. That 3-car Chiltern train only just fitted into the platforms here. This is an even more pokey station, but the next one, Sudbury Harrow Road, is that right? They have similar names, which is why it's confusing, which is London's least used station, is even more pokey. So I feel like we need a quick map, a quick diagram to talk about these 3 little pokey stations.
These 3 stations were all opened in 1906 on what is now the Chiltern mainline, but nearby, on what is now the Piccadilly line, there were already 2 underground stations that had opened 3 years earlier in 1903, Sudbury Hill and Sudbury Town. And passengers prefer to take the tube services, which is why both Sudbury Harrow and Sudbury and Harrow Road have such low passenger numbers.
Yeah, so you got the Piccadilly line just over there with the tube taking you right into zone 1, more frequent trains all throughout the day, whereas here trains are a little bit less frequent. That's because as well the Chiltern main line is only 2 tracks. You've got to have your fast trains going up to Birmingham, and if you have every train stopping here at the Sudburys, well, there's not enough path, there's not enough space on the railway to do that. So whoever sort of threads the intricate Chiltern timetable, well done, you do a magnificent job of making that happen. But that's why these 3 stations here get a sparse service, especially the next one, as we'll see, and everybody just really uses the Piccadilly line. But yes, Sudbury Harrow, very quiet, 4th least used station in London. According to the Chiltern timetable and my piece of paper which I printed out last night, the next train is at 9:09 in about an hour's time, which is fine, I can wait an hour. But the board, worryingly, is saying the next train isn't until 10:16. But if it isn't until 10:16, then I'll get to Sudbury Harrow Road, and then there's no more trains. I need to get the 9:09 to make sure there is one more train after that when I get to London's least used station. This is a strange station, Sudbury Harrow. London's 4th least used.
And as Sudbury Hill Tube is so close to Sudbury Harrow, it took literally a minute, just under 60 seconds, for me to walk down the road for a quick look and compare it to the mainline station.
Just look how much more inviting the tube station is. Classic Charles Holden, Sudbury Hill, you've got the roundel, you've got the lamps, it has a presence, but poor old Sudbury Harrow up there, it's literally, I can see it, it's like a 45, 60 second walk, it just looks diminished. This is just far more attractive to use as a station, so this gets many more passengers than what that does. Although, I've never noticed this before, outside the front of Sudbury Hill Station, there's a little sign, LNER, really? LNER, Sudbury Hill brackets Harrow Station, trains to Marylebone, with the arrow, with 3 Fletchlings. What? That's a replica, that's not an original. That's still nice though. So we await the 9:09. Off camera there's a gentleman whom I've just been chatting to who gets this, you get this every day?
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets this 9:09. And he was saying that Chiltern do sometimes just cancel this train, so whereas like the Piccadilly is kind of slow, drops you into zone 1, getting into Marylebone is great because it's fast, but sometimes they do just cancel the train. So, and at the next station, limited service, as we'll see, that is a problem. But the other amusing thing is that it's literally 9:03 now, and he says that like at 9:07, like suddenly like loads of people will just suddenly appear to get this 9:09. So at the next station I want to see how many people actually get on the train. I want to count. We'll do the numbers at the next stop.
This train is for London Marylebone. The next station is Sudbury and Harrow Road.
See it, say it, sort it. It's literally, that's a 2-minute journey, less than, and I'll leave the camera rolling. I want to see how many people get on, because I don't think it's going to be very many. Hey, somebody getting off? Someone's getting off. Okay, I had a quick count. One person here got off. I counted, there were 7 there and 2 there. That was 9 getting on. 9 people got on at Sudbury Harrow Road. Oh, and somebody's running for it. That's 10 people getting on at Sudbury Harrow Road. This is the 9:12 departure, by the way. So mine was the 9:12, platform 1, heading to Marylebone. Doesn't stop at Wembley. Next one is at 10:19. And I think that's the last train of the day. Basically, there's only 8 trains at this station. So here's a quick summary of the timetable here.
Sudbury and Harrow Road gets just 8 trains a day. 4 in the morning peak heading south into Marylebone, and then 4 in the evening peak heading north out of Marylebone towards West Ruislip. And neither Sudbury and Harrow Road nor Sudbury Hill Harrow get a weekend service. It's Monday to Fridays only, a grand total therefore of just 40 trains in the entire week.
So the configuration is that there's a narrow platform there heading south, a narrow platform there heading north, stairs down through the middle. In terms of station stats, I feel like we should recap and go back to Northwick Park. Northwick Park? Did I say Northwick earlier? North Holt Park. That is London's 17th least used station. Gets 143,000 passengers a year. That's 391 a day. Sudbury Hill Harrow, where we just were, that is London's now fourth least used station. That gets 41,460 passengers a year. That's just 113 per day. But here, Sudbury Hill Harrow Road, just is 8 trains a day. This is now London's newest least used station, just 18,680 passengers a year. That's just 51 a day. In fact, let's do the whole least used station thing.
The yearly figures released by the Office of Rail and Road are usually published in late November or early December, and the new figures for the 2023 to 24 period show that these are the top 10 least used stations in London, including several stations that you may never have heard of, let alone been to. The other list that people always find fascinating is that of the least used stations in the whole of the country. And here's the new top 10 for that, with Denton up in Greater Manchester being the number 1 least used station in the whole of the UK.
And for a slightly random fact and bit of history, this is an island configuration station now. Stairs up the middle, platforms either side, but the tracks are wide enough to know that if you look back on the National Library of Scotland and the old maps they had from many years ago, you'll see that the platform for London-bound trains used to be on that side, and the platform for Birmingham trains heading north used to be on that side, and there was a gap in the middle, and I rather suspect actually that there were tracks through the middle as well, which is why this green area is here now, and local stopping trains would stop at the platforms to allow fast trains through the middle. Look at the old maps on National Library of Scotland, you can see that it used to be a much bigger station, including like goods sidings over there as well, where all those flats now are. This was a much bigger station back in the day. Just having a moment to lie on the platform, as I like to do, which is a flashback, similarity to Drayton Green, which was the last time I did London's least used station, and that was a snowy, cold, icy day, and they had grit on the platform, and I picked them up, and in the thumbnail I sort of sprinkled it back down onto the platform. Not doing that today because there's no snow, no ice, but there is this old blue sign which is fading away, and why I'm amused is that these are the old signs from like, what, 4 years ago? Telling people to stay 2 meters apart and keep their distance from each other. I'm pretty sure there's nobody else here today that I need to keep my distance from. There is a help point here, just here, platform 2. Apart from a single map, there are no other facilities at platform level. I'm assuming there might be some stuff down by the entrance. We'll have a look in a minute, but all the platforms have, there's a help point and the dot matrix. That's it. There's no one here. Why would there be? I have run to the cafe across the road to grab myself a cuppa because it is cold. Although actually for December the sun's come out. It's kind of a bright, nice sunny morning. But can you see there? There's a dot matrix display just there, which you may have noticed earlier was having some issues with the flickering, and that reminded me how back at was it North Holt Park or North Wick Park? North Holt Park. The dot matrix there wasn't working at all, which is the perfect cue in to today's sponsor. And I appreciate that sometimes sponsors seem a bit shoehorned in and aren't relevant to the video, but this is completely relevant to the video because it's a product which I own and love, and a product which I think you will love. It's UK departure boards.
These real-time departure boards are amazing. UK departure boards let you have real-time train information in your home at a glance. Set your departure board to your local station or any station you wish around the country, and you'll be able to see the same information that you would get at a station. So you can check at a glance before you head out if your train is on time. UK departure boards works for any national rail train on the UK network, but can also be configured for the London Underground, buses and trams as well. To install, you simply connect it to your home Wi-Fi network and it beautifully displays all the information you would expect from a departure board, with configurable colours. There's also a version that has audio announcements too.
Platform 3 for the 1240 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington.
And there's 3 sized boards, including the mini desktop departure board, which you can place almost anywhere. For enthusiasts, commuters, whoever you are wanting to see real-time train departure times, get yours now from ukdepartureboards.co.uk.
All right, let's go for a wander. Wait, someone's turned up. Not a passenger. There's a guy in orange, like contract maintenance worker. They're replacing the glass films, like the vinyl films on the windows, where people, vandals, have etched their name or their tag or whatever into the glass. So he's replacing the vinyl films on top of them to get rid of where they've etched. I didn't expect to see anybody, but there is a maintenance person here. We're in the lovely subway. There is a bus stop here. I mean, there's a main road with shops and stuff. Yes, a bus stop, bike racks, toilets. And here, the tube station, Sudbury Town Tube Station, which is, as you may know, my favourite tube station on the whole network, is more of a 3, 4, 5 minute walk down that way. So whereas back up that way, the tube station was just 60 seconds from the Chiltern National Rail Station, here, they're a little more distance apart, but it's still much more convenient than getting the limited number of services here today at Sudbury Harrow Road. And again, the entrance, it's just not very glamorous. It doesn't stand out. It doesn't smack of like, hey, you can get a train here fast to Marylebone. Why would you, with just 4 trains a day in each direction, 8 trains in total? There's a London Rail and Tube Services map here, and note how, by the way, Sudbury Hill Harrow is shown with a walking connection to Sudbury Hill, because you can do that. Sudbury and Harrow Road, not shown with a walking route, but you could easily walk to Sudbury Town in under 10 minutes. So just having a chat to the nice man, he's left now. Basically, it's a very strange, quiet station. I wouldn't like to be here after dark, after night, after the last train, because there's like pizza boxes and beer cans and stuff. You know, it's not gated, you know, and it's a sparsely used, quiet station. Yeah, it's a strange one. Very strange and very quiet, and I can see why it's London's newest, least used station. But these are nice. See, someone's made an effort to put up some nice pictures to make it more appealing. So the 10:19 is approaching. One other passenger has turned up, and again, just back at Sudbury Harrow Road, he's saying that you do see the same regular faces. I guess when you get such a small number of people, you recognise the same people. So we've got 1 passenger, but you think there'll be a couple more? Hopefully. Get in the 10. It's 10:16 now. They're cutting it fine. You think at the last minute they'll like run up the steps? Oh, okay. All right. We'll see. All right. We'll see how many turn up. One other. So there's 2 people, plus me, 3 people. Last train of the morning, 10:19. It's on time. How about that? Well done, Chiltern. Head to Marylebone. And there you go, that is London's newest, least used station. 2 people got on. Link to UK departure boards in the description. Go check out their product. And that's pretty much it. You know the score. Press subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.